Lionel Messi is a football legend. Now, people call him the best player in the universe because his skills are out of this world. Now, during his career, we've been able to witness some incredible goals, assists, and of course, we've seen the Messi-Ronaldo rivalry, which has excited the world for more than a decade. Now, it's unfortunate that bringing this much joy to the football world does not excuse you from public ridicule or disrespect from other players. Our story starts out in Rosario, the most populated city in Argentina. Messi was born on June 24, 1987. Now, even though his parents didn't know it at the time, he would become a world-renowned football, soccer, to all of us Yankees watching this thing, sensation. From an early age, he showed an aptitude for the sport. Now, the first team he played for was his dad's club at just the age of 5. Despite his disadvantages in the sport, his lack of height and therefore strength, he was widely recognized before he was even a teenager. At the age of 13, Messi was flown out to Barcelona after the FC Barcelona scout was convinced he was the best option by the scout for Argentina. He was originally disappointed by Messi's age, being only 13, but it soon proved not to be any sort of issue. At Barcelona, he was put in for a trial run by the Barcelona coach, and he was simply in awe. He had never seen anybody like him, anybody that moved or made plays like him. He commented on the fact that the kid played on par with the other boys on the team who were practically men at that point. After a few months of playing friendlies, he and his father was ready to come home. Unfortunately, Messi had been injured with a broken fibula, so he didn't believe he had much of a shot at getting signed. Now imagine his surprise when just a few days later, the Argentinian scout signed him a professional contract on a napkin at a tennis club in Barcelona. For the next 20 years, Messi dedicated his life to the club and would, over the course of his career, score 672 goals in 778 games. Undoubtedly, the greatest success was leading his country to victory in the 2022 World Cup, which hadn't happened since 1986. For those of you keeping track, he wasn't even a gleam in his dad's eye at that point. Now, it's pretty clear why Messi is renowned around the world as the GOAT of football. Now, throughout his career, there's been one man who has threatened him and his standing continually, that man being Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, here's the thing. The Messi-Ronaldo rivalry completely changed the face of football and what we consider a great player. In the past, an incredible striker will be considered the one who scored once in every 2 matches. At one point, Ronaldo was scoring more than 1 goal in every single match. Now, Messi following close during the Barcelona days. Both Messi and Ronaldo hold a lot of records between them. Now, it's considered a miracle that we've had 2 astonishing players active during the same time. These dudes are so above the others that once both of them retire, we're gonna have to adjust our perception of great football. Ain't no man currently alive able to touch them, let alone consider themselves on the same level as these two. Now, they haven't set a new standard, they've simply exceeded the one that was already in place. Recently, Ronaldo stated that his rivalry with Messi is gone, with the pair already having changed the history of football. Now, it was good while it lasted. They provided a spectacle for all those involved with football in any way, shape, or form. Now, we're pretty sure that most of us remember being asked Messi or Ronaldo at some point in our lives. You know, them treating to a heated discussion as to why our answer was right or wrong. I mean, their legacy is going to continue on, but this part of their story is sadly pretty much over. Now, just because the famous rivalry's over, don't mean the public has had enough of Messi. Now, football fans will always be ready to watch Messi perform his magic on the field. And they can also get pretty upset when they're promised Messi and they don't get to see him play. Yeah, y'all knew where this was going. You know, this was the issue in February of 2024 during a friendly football match in Hong Kong. The much-hyped exhibition match ended with hundreds of angry fans booing Inter Miami co-owner David Beckham and demanded refunds. Now, Messi stayed on the bench for all 90 minutes of that game because of a hamstring strain. Now, the public wasn't aware of this fact until halftime, after which they started riots demanding their money back. Let's hope that organizers will be more careful in the future when handling Messi fans, because they certainly don't come to play. Now, unfortunately, the public's love for Messi ain't constant. It lasts as long as he's winning everything he's supposed to be winning. Issues start coming up when things don't go according to plan. Now, while you're still here, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Alright, after the loss Argentina suffered at the 2018 World Cup, a lot of fans in the country turned on Messi, claiming he simply didn't care about his national team as much as he cared for FC Barcelona. Now the loss really was rather large, seeing as Argentina didn't even get enough time to fantasize about winning the cup, as the team was eliminated in the round of 16. Besides accusing him of not caring for his national team, fans also questioned his silence after the disastrous World Cup. Now, he made these accusations without any sort of secrecy, since nothing even remotely interesting had been going on behind the scenes. He had simply needed some time for himself, since even his friends, family, and 6-year-old son had started to question Argentina's antagonization of him. The public also accused him of picking who plays the game, insinuating that this was the reason for the loss. Once again, Messi denied these claims. Now, he doesn't choose the players, nor does he choose the coaches. That ain't exactly a part of his job description. And we think that the main thing on his mind is to win the game, not who the hell he's gonna hang out with in the locker room afterwards. Now, all that pressure builds up, and eventually he's gotta break through to the surface of Messi's usually cool demeanor. At 35 years old, Messi played his last World Cup, and the pressure was astronomical. This was his last chance to bring home the trophy and complete his achievements in the sport. And as the final grew closer, so did Messi's temper rise. The quarterfinal between the Netherlands and Argentina was a heated battle that resulted in 17 yellow cards and an eventual Argentina win. Messi openly mocked, taunted, and argued with the opposing team during the duration of the game. The game got even more intense after the Netherlands scored 2 goals in the last minutes of the game, equalizing the score. After Argentina won through penalties, Messi seemed to still be frustrated and was spotted arguing with the Dutch management team, appearing to tell the Dutch team coach that he talks too much. Now, in the post-match interview, he stated that he had felt disrespected by the other coach after his pre-game comments and that the Dutch players spoke too much during the game. Even without these comments, we're pretty sure that the tension that Messi must have felt during the game would have been astronomical, as he already knew the public ridicule and disappointment he'd be met with if Argentina had lost the game. Now, it's pretty hard to believe that anybody will be able to keep their cool even with as much experience as Messi's got. You know, sometimes the emotions are just simply too much and we do some things that we regret later on. I mean, after all, we're human. We can't expect somebody to show such restraint, you know? I mean, the way Messi's got to deal with taunting in his past is pretty admirable, and it shows good character. I mean, we all get a pass once in a while for being upset. Plus, you really got to stop and ask yourself, man, if Argentina had been more supportive of him after the loss, do you think his attitude would have been different going into this match? Our money's on, yeah, he probably wouldn't have been so stressed out about it if he knew that he had a home country that was going to welcome him no matter what. You know, thankfully, the outcome of the 2022 World Cup was fantastic, and Messi finally fulfilled his career goal. So what y'all think about Messi? Make sure you let us know in the comment section down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we catch you in the next video.